Hello, gorgeous Virgo. You might notice there's not an intro. I'm thinking about dumping the intros. Do you love the intros? Not bothered about the intros? Leave me a comment below. But let's go straight into you, Virgo. This month, there's a lot going on, and you're like, rah, what do I need? Who do I mix with? You want to get out and about. You want to collaborate. You may be putting amazing content out into the world. There may be conferences, virtual ones, of course. There may be all sorts of things to do with other people, friendships, groups of people. How you manifest that and where you are in the world, of course, makes a difference. But you're like, want to feel like you are one with a group, and that energy is very, very strong. There may be also some arguments with a group for you to, you might be disagreeing with some elements of what are going on with groups of people or groups of friendships, and there might be a bit of power struggles, but ultimately you're speaking your truth, and you want equality, and you want everyone to be equal, and you want everything to be okay and fair when it comes to collaborations, groups of people, ideas and stuff you put out there into the world. But let's start at the beginning. And in the beginning, the sun is trine Chiron, the wounded healer. So there is this feeling of, like, Chiron is about the wounds that don't heal, that we carry around with us. And obviously the sun is about our identity. So for you, it's all about how comfortable you feel in your personal power, in your spiritual power, in your ability to be powerful in the world. So were you wounded in the past? I mean, to be honest with you, I think when Chiron's involved, sometimes it's not even a wound from this life. It's something we've brought through from a past life. It's some feeling that we have inside us. But either way, the sun is trying to heal that, shine a light on it, and empower you to step into your power and to trust your intuition. Now, Mercury on the same day is opposing Pluto, so there's a power struggle going on between possibly other people's opinions, to do with either your relationships, your creativity, but there's this power struggle. Handle it by being in your power, I would suggest. Handle it by knowing that your voice is valid, your beliefs are valid, and it's your life. Now, the full moon is shining a light on your health and well-being. How are you doing at the moment? How's lockdown been for you? How's the past 6 months been for you in terms of, have you looked after yourself? Are you taking care of your beautiful soul? Are you taking care of your beautiful mind? It will bring it to a head anyway. And on that day also, Mercury is opposing Saturn. So, it's a lot to do with you finding your voice and following your bliss and allowing yourself to be happy without being influenced by other people, and particularly peer pressure, particularly, people who've got very strong opinions and ideas. This is your time to be you and to be creative and to be loving and to have pleasure. Do not feel guilty about having pleasure. In fact, snuffle out the pleasure wherever you can find it. You're super creative this month as well. But it's quite intense because you might have a revelation about something you want to change when it comes to your health and well-being. And Mercury is going into your magical space, which is all about your spirituality, your empathy, but you may have really intense and strange conversations or fated conversations. You may talk to someone and it's as if you've known them 1,000 years. Conversations are much deeper, there's a lot more emotion, but be careful because it's also the placement of secrets that are revealed or things not being quite as they seem. So keep your groundedness as well. Venus is shifting signs and going into your groups of people, collaboration zone. Lots of intense connections with friendships this month. It is the month of friendships for you. And you're also focusing on the bigger picture, not just intimate one-to-one relationships. Now, Mars is trine Mercury on the 17th. That's really good. Again, this is about you expressing your power. And you're doing it. It's like suddenly there's a shift from the beginning of the month where you're maybe feeling powerless and you're aware of your wounds. By the end of the month, you're like, yeah, I am powerful. This is who I am and this is where I'm going. You may also bump into someone who really you perceive to be very powerful and you're able to talk to them completely comfortably, or there may even be an attraction to somebody very powerful. So there's a lot of intensity in the air. The new moon is edged with magic for you. It's in a really spooky place and it's the start of a new beginning. A beginning of the next spiritual cycle where you're finding your spiritual voice, where you're very psychic and very intuitive. And also, this is a very, very well aspected moon because It's trine Mars, and Mars is sextile the North Node. So you're building a strong future where you're trusting your inner voice, you're trusting your soul, and you're having much more clarity in the way you express yourself when it comes to, you know, your inner knowing, your inner high priestess. So really honor that. There may also be a revelation where you find out something that was hidden before, so it's quite powerful. And then we get into Virgo season. First of all, on the 20th, we got Mercury going into your sign. This is great. It gives you the gift of the gab. It's magic. Your words are spells. It's just, you know, other people want to listen to you and they want to be around you, but your thoughts can manifest into reality. So make sure you're very aware of what you're thinking. And then we have the sun in your sign, which obviously is a great super boost for you. You're like, yeah, I am in the world and I am me. And you're just feeling much more optimistic and imbued with fabulous energy. So that's really, really good. What else is going on? Mercury is trine Uranus. There's some unexpected opportunity for you to travel or to explore on the 25th of August. And Mercury is trine Jupiter. Wow, in your love and creativity zone. So there's a great expansion and explosion of pleasure towards the end of the month. So it makes all that hard work at the beginning of the month worth it. So yeah, there is a lot going on for you. You also may be very soppy and romantic on the 30th where Mercury opposes Neptune. Make sure that you know exactly what's going on in your love life and you're not just kind of idealising someone. Okay, let's see what the tarot has to say, Virgo. Virgo, Virgo, Virgo. Okay, Virgo. There may be some upheaval at the beginning of the month, but I've already told you that. That's that Pluto at work there. So if you experience an upheaval, it's kind of meant to be, but it might initially feel quite shocking for you. Maybe to do with the patriarch in some way, some structured, this is like society, you know, police, university, any structured system. So I don't know if you've got anything going on in those areas. There also may be a move, a change of circumstances in where you're living. But you know what? The Wheel of Fortune is saying there is a shift coming in your destiny. There's a shift coming in your fate. So the wheel is turning. Things are occurring. Things are happening that have far deeper meaning than you can see at the beginning. So it might feel like an upheaval, but ultimately it leads to something better. You're going after what's missing in your life. You're seeking your missing cup. You're going on a very important journey and an important spiritual journey, and you're doing it in your power, hopefully, the King of Pentacles. Although look out for another King of Swords, which is Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. So there may be a lot of masculine energy around you as well, but ultimately you've got the Ace of Pentacles, which is success. So through the Tower, you get to the Ace of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups, much more happiness. So don't be frightened if there's upheaval, because it leads to something greater. Take care, gorgeous. Come visit me on Instagram at Michele Knight, and I'll speak to you soon. Hi gorgeous, before you go, check out my new film on my fabulous psychics. A lot of people ask me for readings, I don't do them anymore, but for over 20 years I've had an award-winning team of psychics that I truly handpick. So check out the film, let me know what you think.
The purpose of a reading, I feel, is very much to inspire people and to empower people.
It's about hope, it's about guidance.
Using a phone or being with you, it will be the same because the matter is spiritual.
It's very important for me that the client feels spirit with them. So it was a psychic reading.
I don't remember the readings right after because it's not myself giving that, it's actually coming from spirit.
And it is a bit like a three-way conversation. I've got the person on the phone, I've got me, and I've got another voice that's telling me things.
I even shock myself, things that I come up with, and I think, how did I get that?
I'm channeling messages only for one purpose, to help people.
It's been able to help somebody have a map back to where they've got lost from.
My priority is to connect to your truth and have the best life that you can have.
I think in my readings people feel a sense of a safe space where they can really be themselves, let go.
You need a feeling of being understood because reading should be empowering.
I will make sure when the reading is finished that you're happy with everything.
I couldn't do anything else. It's part of who I am. It's what I came here for, obviously.
And when they come back and tell you they've got their dream job or the love of their life, that really makes me feel like I'm valued.
I love to hear a sigh of relief. A lot of weight has been lifted off their shoulders.
We have the answers that we are looking for within ourselves. I know I have the tools to help you.
Everything begins and ends with you.